Hi, this is Roman.
And Angel.
And Nora, the editor.
And you're listening to Cinema Strolls.
The film podcast about forming an opinion and regretting it later.
Or not.
Or not. So we just came out of a screening of Park Chan-wook's new film, No Other Choice, not the other one.
You're about to say Decision to Leave.
I almost said Decision to Leave, which was the previous film. No, we just came out of No Other Choice.
No Other Choice, his newest film. It's part of a film festival screening here in Bulgaria.
Was a packed audience?
It was a packed audience, yeah. On the way out, we saw some friends who apparently hate the film.
I feel like everybody hated the film. Most of the audience seems to have hated the film.
That's interesting. I don't think that have ever experienced this so far, at least not in this podcast, where it feels as though, I mean, I don't know, maybe I was too lenient towards the film, but I feel like I've watched a different film from what they've watched based on what they're saying. I don't know if I was, because to be honest, I'm not in the greatest mood today, so maybe I wasn't really paying attention to how bad it is. I don't know.
I don't think
I don't
bad.
see this film as any more, because someone said that it's very maximalistic. I don't see how this film is any more maximalist than Oldboy in its style. Yeah, he does go for very crazy transitions that you might find in anime, I guess, more often than in live action. But is it my favorite Park Chan-wook film? No, for sure. But I don't know, I enjoyed it. Did you?
I did. I enjoyed it quite a lot. I didn't love it. Again, it's same as you, it's not my favorite Park Chan-wook film. I did like it more than Decision to Leave.
I guess I'm trying to figure out where the hate was coming from, because isn't this just the kind of film he does anyway? Like, isn't this in so you've seen more of his films, right?
I would say so, but you have seen some I haven't seen.
Well, the thing is, they can be very exhausting. And for example, Lady Vengeance I've seen, and I really didn't connect with it.
I have not seen that one. I've started it, I didn't finish
and
it.
I remember feeling exhausted at a certain point I got exhausted by it was too much precision, it was too much stylistic choices, too many weird transitions for their own sake. But that story is very dark and nihilistic, which doesn't help for me personally.
Kind of clashes with
this film was a lot more funny, obviously in a dark way. This is a dark comedy, but I don't know. I got its points, and I really I laughed. I mean, I'm not gonna remember it maybe for a long time, but can we maybe, I don't know. How do you feel? Do you want to go into the story maybe, or?
Yeah, you want to start with how we feel about Park Chan-wook as a director, or do you
want
to go into
we need to talk about the film a little bit.
Okay, so yeah. Let me say, we were a group of people, friends of ours.
Yeah.
Nora was also there, and when we came out, she said she wanted to leave in about the first 20 minutes.
What exactly happened in the first 20 minutes? That was
I don't know, I guess they just hated everything. The style can be exhausting. The film is
very
long.
I agree.
It feels like it's a mini-series it feels like it could have been a mini-series.
Sure, yeah.
And maybe the pacing would have worked better. It's fast-paced, it's just so much happening. So it gets exhausting. You have the Park Chan-wook flair with the weird transitions.
Mm-hmm. Which sometimes they sort of work in a way that you connect two ideas and you make a third idea out of it, but sometimes it feels random.
Sometimes it's style for style's sake.
Yeah, I agree.
I would say I like this more than Decision to Leave. I have a lot of problems with Decision to Leave. It's worth seeing for sure, and I feel like it's the first. This film visually feels like a continuation of Decision to Leave.
Okay.
But Decision to Leave was like a love story, and this hyper-precise, hyper-digital, stylized visual style really clashes with the feelings that the film was trying to convey.
Yeah.
And here it felt much more appropriate.
I like
much more playful.
This is a very digital film, but I thought I felt like it was used correctly. Like you had very specific interesting camera positions that you wouldn't be able to do as easily if you were shooting on film.
Weird lenses as well.
Yeah.
Strange aberrations. It's almost like you're watching through a binocular, trying to convey maybe some kind of particular POV mood. So this is an evolution of a style he's been working towards for a while.
Yeah.
And it just felt like, given the story of the film and the tone of the film, it worked much better than it did in Decision to Leave.
Yeah, it's about a guy who works at a paper factory who gets laid off, along with a lot of other employees. And he is clearly, I mean, you could say he's a sociopath, right? I mean,
I don't know that.
well, it's not like he chooses to do something that, it's not like everyone else would do that. Like his colleagues who get fired along with him are in the same boat as he is. He's just able to come to the decision that the best thing he can do is, and this is not a spoiler, this is part of the basic premise of the film. Like, he sets up a fake ad for a paper company so that he can get a bunch of CVs sent in, so that he can assess his competition.
And then kill him off.
And then he decides who is ahead of him and proceeds to kill them off in what I felt was successfully darkly humorous kind of fashion, for the most part. I do think the film kind of started lagging a bit towards the third guy.
Started what, sorry?
Lagging. I mean,
lagging?
Yeah, being like slow and
Okay.
I don't know, like being not as engaging or dynamic as it was at first.
I'm not sure I feel the same way. But anyway, so this is the basic premise.
Yeah.
He baits the competition to see who's ahead of him for any future jobs, and he decides to kill them one by one in order to be the only person who's going to get a job in this industry, because he kind of refuses to try something else. He wants his life, he wants to save the house that he's about to lose.
Which is a big house, and he
Which
actually
is
has a
very
lot
nice.
of, he's got a lot of, he's got a pretty nice life set up for himself.
Yeah. Well, if he has a nice life set up for himself, then all the more to lose, I guess.
Yeah.
Is the point. And when you say he's a sociopath, I feel like the film takes its time to have this gradual evolution of his decision. He's very unsure. He feels like this is the only thing he can do to get ahead and to get back to his previous life. But when you say the setup, you wouldn't expect that, especially for the first guy, it's going to take this long.
Yeah.
Because he spies
he's
him
not,
for a long time.
Of course, he still
He
has
feels
doubts.
bad for him.
Yeah, he does.
He has compassion, and it gets and then when the first victim is not even, he tries to off the guy, then things get really complicated, very funny
in ways that we shouldn't spoil, I think.
Yes, but it was a very funny scene. And then I'm gonna spoil this bit. He's not even the one who kills the first guy.
Yeah.
Every subsequent, I mean, you feel for our main character.
You do. I mean, I say he's a sociopath, but he's not like a cold-blooded murderer. But he is someone who is capable
of the society, though.
Yes, of course, he's a
this
product
is
of
the
the
point.
society. That's the point. But
When you say he's a sociopath, he's not part of the society. A sociopath is incapable
that's
of
not true.
feeling certain things, so he's always gonna be outside of the thing. And I feel like the point of the film is that everybody can be this guy.
Everyone can
this
become this guy, of course. I'm not saying he's a sociopath in the cold-blooded, sort of manipulative kind of way, but he is capable of doing things most people cannot, and that's why he gets rewarded at the end.
Is it a reward, though?
As far as he's concerned, in his limited understanding, I think he is happy with his final position until inevitably, at some point, he will get again replaced and then become obsolete again.
Yeah.
And he's not compassionate towards all the other people who are left jobless at the end.
No. He starts with
So he is self-interested.
Yes.
I mean, obviously he's driven to being a good provider, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he's a good...
He's a middle-class guy who tries to protect his middle-class status at any cost and the cost of anybody else.
He identifies as a provider, so he must keep providing. That doesn't mean that he's not sociopathic, I think. And like anyone who can murder, you know, it's by definition built different from people who cannot murder. I think. I mean, obviously, in this particular case, because it's not like he's in a war scenario, he decides to off people. I mean, obviously, the film is kind of, unrealistic, and it's a bit hyper
It's
real.
very heightened, yes, very hyper real. The visuals are hyper real, the editing is hyper real, the tone of the thing is very hyper real, which is not something unusual for Korean cinema, certainly.
Also, not something unusual for him, from what I've seen from him so far.
Yeah, and I want to get into something else. Recently, you finally saw Parasite.
Yeah.
And they have a lot of similar topics about capitalism, the life in modern Korea, and how draining it is and how unfair it is.
Yeah.
I wonder if you see any parallels with how you
Parasite
compare it to
is it's different though, because in Parasite I do feel more for the characters. I empathize with them more.
Yeah, because they're not killers. That makes it
No, but
easier to-
Parasite fits more with what you're saying in terms of we live in a society that pushes you towards doing extreme things because you have to survive and because you have to retain your position, and you don't like it when you do it, but you have to do extreme things in order to maintain your position. This guy, I don't think we're led to believe that he is an amazing worker. I don't think we're led to believe that he...
Oh no, we find out terrible things about him.
Yeah,
As the story goes on, he gets less and less sympathetic.
exactly. He's...
We find out he used to drink, we find out he used to beat up his child, which makes him a lot less sympathetic. And this happens before his third victim, which is a way out for him. When you say it started lagging for you, becoming less interested, I was very interested because he has a way out.
Yeah, I agree.
And he decides not to take it. He decides, for whatever his own value system is, that he needs to finish the job to make the other people he killed
To make it make sense.
make it make sense in his own head.
Yeah,
So he could
True,
have
true.
not done it.
yeah.
Again, when you say he's a sociopath, he's revealed to be, and
Yeah.
he becomes more sociopathic
Yeah,
as he goes
absolutely,
on.
absolutely. But I think that's at his core. I think he's an empty person, and I guess we can we spoil the very ending, the position
I
he
feel
gets?
like we have to because this
because
is the major
he-
point of the film.
The point is that that's the kind of person that can thrive in the current world, because at the end he gets hired to supervise. Is it the same paper company,
I don't think so.
or is it a different one? I didn't
think
get
it's
that.
I think it's a different one.
But at the end, he gets hired as a supervisor, but now there's no other employees there. It's just a bunch of AI robots.
Yeah, everybody else has
He's
been
the
axed.
human supervisor.
He's the only person there,
And,
and he just walks around.
They ask him in his job interview if he has any objections to it, and he says no. He's fine with it. He doesn't. There's no solidarity towards any of his other colleagues. He's happy to have the job back. And I think he is happy at the end. I think he doesn't. I don't think it occurs to him that someday he will get replaced, because his job will probably be automated as well.
Yeah.
And I think what the film says is that this is the sort of person that can thrive in the current world. Now, is this a deep point? Is it mind-shattering? I don't think so, no.
But it's well made. It's poignant. It's clear what the message of the film is.
No, I don't think this film is gonna...
It's not a subtle film.
No, but has he ever made a subtle film?
No, he's not into making subtle
Oldboy
films.
is like in a different universe from subtlety.
Oh yeah, certainly.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean,
I guess I enjoy this about his visual style.
of course, yeah. I mean, I really like his visual style.
He's trying to do something different with
It's
digital.
very precise. Every single shot, like you don't get the feeling that he's doing coverage. You know, every single shot is specific. It's picked. It's probably storyboarded.
Oh, certainly storyboard. There were a few, like one or two, strange edits that felt kind of off. It was just one or two,
There were.
for me at least. And I was like, why would he cut it like this? Why would he leave it longer for just like a...
And probably the answer to that is because it's interesting.
I guess,
Probably doesn't go any deeper than that.
yeah, there is a feeling of him just fucking around. and doing whatever. Which
being-
is,
and
I don't
being
know,
playful.
it's good to be playful, especially when he's like in his 50s. He's not a young man.
Yeah, but this doesn't feel like an old person's
Oh,
film
no.
at all. This
I
very
really
much feels to me like a young person's film.
I really do feel so as well. And it's bloated and self-indulgent as a young man's film as well.
Yeah.
It feels more bloated than self-indulgent in his previous films. He's letting loose. He's
I
trying
think
more
no,
stuff.
I think he does a lot of the same things in Lady Vengeance, but I really didn't like Lady Vengeance, and if I remember correctly, it was because at a certain point the transitions and the style got so overwhelming that I kind of stopped paying attention to the film, kind of got a little hazy, but also the content, because I would say, I mean, you've seen more of his films. I guess in his early work, I think he went for even more violence, I guess. And the content of Lady Vengeance is really unpleasant towards the end.
I can believe it. Have you seen Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance?
I have not, no.
Okay.
But I think it also has a lot of dark.
It is very dark.
Stuff in it.
It's much more disciplined. It's much more contained. It is an early film, not his first one, but maybe the first of his that has his kind of fingerprints on it. And it's a simple story, and it gets very dark and it gets very violent. It's very unpleasant and very visceral, and very darkly ironic. There is comedy in it, but it's very, very dark. It's kind of Fargo-like, like the chain of events that leads to a horrible, horrible situation.
Okay.
It's kind of similar to Fargo because it's about two young people who decide to kidnap the daughter of a wealthy businessman and try to get extortion, and then they end up accidentally killing her, and this starts the father of the girl deciding to take revenge, and there is just an endless cycle of violence. It's very well made, it's very darkly ironic, it's very gruesome and visceral. There's some very hard to watch scenes in it, and I think it's very, very good. Then it's Oldboy, and I used to love Oldboy.
I still do, but
I still do, but it's kind of...
It's one of those canon films in a way that...
Not anymore. I've kind of, as I get older, this hyper stylized hyper violence loses the effect it might have had on me.
It's the kind of thing that I've seen at a certain age where it's kind of difficult for me to challenge, I guess.
Well, no, it's a formative thing. Oldboy is a formative film for me, the same way like The Matrix is, or
yeah.
Fight Club.
Yeah.
It's up there for me.
Yeah.
As a holy shit, you can do that. You're allowed to do something like this.
Yeah.
It's very operatic. It's very unreal, very heightened emotions, and I love it. I still love it. I love the music. It just doesn't do as much for me now as it used to. But I still hold it in high regard. I still have a very soft spot for this film.
Operatic is the right word.
I feel like operatic is the very
a lot of
really
tonal
right.
shifts and a lot of heightened emotions, which is maybe typical not only of Korean cinema but of I guess Asian cinema in general.
I would say so, because you find some things not only in like Japanese cinema, but even Indian cinema has the whole masala thing, which is a lot of Bollywood films. Most Bollywood films are masala films. They have.
Explain that.
Well, they have a bit of everything in it. It's a mix of spices. You have the drama, you have the tragedy, you have the humor.
Yeah. And you shift between those things without concerning yourself with how coherent it is.
No, you just jump from one to the other. For like a Western viewer, it's complete whiplash.
Which is why a lot of Western viewers get into that stuff, though.
Yeah, because it's
like
something
that.
new.
Yeah.
Certainly, if only Indian cinema can give you that. I guess not only because, like Nigerian cinema seems to be very influenced by Indian cinema as well. They have a lot of the music numbers and the tonal shifts as well.
Yeah.
But Asian cinema certainly, and Thai films as well. I don't know, I haven't seen that much Vietnamese films. Mainland China is its own beast. But they also have like, mainland Chinese comedies can also get very wacky.
Yeah. Well, Park Chan-wook is the kind of guy who will think, okay, this character is having a dream. I'm going to show you the dream, or I'm going to show you the vision, and it's going to look like nothing else in the rest of the film, and it's going to be jarring. I always go back to the ant in the subway from Oldboy,
Yeah.
which is not my favorite part of Oldboy, to be honest. But it's there.
Is
And
there?
every time I
Certainly
see it, I'm like, oh yeah, this is the ant in the subway scene, which I guess connects with the ants in a previous scene in the same
Yeah.
film, but vaguely. And you could have saved yourself that entire shooting day,
Well,
building
he
a
felt it was
rubber
important.
ant and going into
The subway.
a subway
yeah.
set and filming that scene. And that's the kind of maximalism that I envy, maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Just the sheer balls to
Yeah.
do this.
Sure. It's maybe a very sort of masculine kind of way of making films. It's very, yeah, I mean, it's very, we keep going back to the word maximalist.
It is maximalist.
It's very, I can do whatever I want. I'm the director. Let me show you some shit.
Yeah. And he's done it a lot in his previous films.
Yeah.
Have you seen, like, I'm a Cyborg, but that's okay?
I have not, no. I haven't
It's a
seen.
very strange film.
Okay.
It's not, definitely not one of my favorites.
Uh-huh.
I'm not sure what the tone is. I'm not sure what I was supposed to get out of it. But I haven't seen it in so many years. It takes a place in like an asylum for people with mental problems, and one of the characters is in love with a girl who believes she's a cyborg. And honestly, that's mostly what I remember from it.
Okay.
There's the crazy visuals. There's just an offbeat love story, but I'm never really sure what the tone is or what I was supposed to get out of it. Then I've seen Thirst, which
I think you like, right?
I like up to a point.
Uh-huh.
Like the first hour of the film is one of my favorite Park Chan-wook films. But around past the middle, it starts to really lose me.
Uh-huh.
And it, like the very heightened operatic ending just doesn't land for me the way it's supposed to. Which is the same problem I had with Decision to Leave.
Mm-hmm.
There's some amazing stuff there, amazing director choices, visually very interesting if you don't hate the very digital aesthetic. But the very heightened operatic ending that's supposed to like whisk you away with drama and with emotions just
Didn't connect
lands
for you.
flat for me
I
every
have to
time I
watch
see it.
I have to
It's
watch
worth
it.
seeing, it's definitely worth seeing.
Didn't it win something, or was it at Cannes, or was it?
It was in
screened at
Cannes.
or-
It was screened at Cannes the year we were there,
Oh yeah, it was when
was
we
the
were
premiere,
there. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
but we didn't get to see it.
Uh-huh.
And I saw it later, and I've seen it twice now, and every time it loses me at the exact same point, and just the
I'm
ending
curious
never
to
leaves.
watch it
never
with
lands.
that in mind.
Please do. Then I've never seen Stoker, which you've seen.
I've seen Stoker. I think it's definitely him going, okay, I'm getting the opportunity to do an American film. Let's see how it goes. I don't think the stakes were very high for him. I don't think everyone involved thinks that this is like the work of their lives. But it's an interesting case though, because it was written by the guy who acts in the Prison Break series. Wentworth Miller, I think is his name. And I think to this day it's one of two films that he's written. I don't think he's written anything since then. Wentworth Miller, yeah. Yeah, he's the Prison Break guy.
Yeah, and also he was like in the Flash TV series.
Yes, he was in those the Arrowverse.
Yeah, CW, what was it?
The CW, yes, the Arrowverse, that whole chapter of the DC universe. Yeah, weird guy to turn out to be a good screenwriter, but I think Stoker is a good film, but it's not I don't think
I don't feel like anybody has very...
I don't think it's his masterpiece or anything like that. I don't think anyone thinks that. It's nobody's favorite Park Chan-wook film.
Yeah. And later on, he's done several TV series.
Haven't seen any of them.
I've seen Little Drummer Girl.
Did you like it?
I remember finding it interesting. I love the way it was shot.
Those gigs sound like work for hire though.
In a way, yeah.
Which is, I mean, get that money, it's
It
fine.
was the first time I saw Florence Pugh in anything.
Yeah.
And I really liked her. Michael Shannon was there.
And then he did The Sympathizer with Robert Downey.
Which I haven't seen, and I feel like nobody has.
Nobody has.
Which is
It's
a
a
shame.
weird project because I think most of the episodes were directed by Park Chan-wook. Then there's one episode directed by Fernando Meirelles, the City of God director. And then a few other episodes directed by someone else. So it's kind of a weird project, and just kind of came and went, and I don't think it left any sort of
There were
footprint.
some nominations for Robert Downey because he was doing the Peter Sellers thing.
Yeah, playing a lot of
multiple characters.
Not sure he's playing multiple characters or playing the same character doing multiple, like in the story playing multiple characters.
I guess I'll have to watch it to find out.
Eventually I'll have to watch it as well. But I mean,
Has a
Oldboy,
lot of
to this day I think Oldboy is it's probably his best film, right?
I really like The Handmaiden though.
Oh
we
yeah,
haven't gotten
oh
to
my
The
God,
Handmaiden.
I completely forgot The Handmaiden.
And I feel like The Handmaiden
It's
might
great.
be my favorite
I
film
love
of
it.
his. It's the one that has aged better to me than Oldboy.
I think it's a very good film, also very satisfying in its genre aspects.
Yeah,
It
very
delivers.
beautiful, very long as well.
Yeah.
It's maybe the start of
Definitely-
his
definitely
indulgences.
Exhausting. Oh, Oldboy is pretty long as well.
I don't remember it that long, I guess. I haven't seen it in a while.
Yeah, maybe maybe The Handmaiden is his best film. Now that I think about it.
Which is not, I mean, I like the themes of it. It's not without criticism.
Sure.
Certainly, he's trying to make a film that's very feminist and very critical of how men treat women and objectify women. In the same time, he indulges in very gratuitous nudity and very...
Was it really that gratuitous? I don't remember.
It's quite gratuitous, I would say, and quite explicit, which to some may clash with
The themes, I
the
guess.
themes of empowerment, but it worked for me. It
Yeah.
really worked for me. I love it. I've seen it several times and I love it every time.
Yeah, I bet it worked on you.
And yeah, it was beautiful. Everything was like the costumes, the colors. It was very tight because it's a very long film that goes through like several shifts in perspective, and I felt
There's
like
a major twist at the middle point. I think there was a big like oh moment, you know.
Yes.
Which I don't remember the specifics of it, but I remember being really excited by it.
Oh yeah. And
then
there's another change towards the very end.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think Like might be my favorite film of his. And after that, I've kind of
Stop following.
not stopped following, but things I've seen afterwards, I never quite connected with them as much.
Well, there's Decision to Leave, and then what else? Is this film now, and then the series? What else is between that and The Handmaiden?
Let me try to remember if I'm missing something. But even it's just Decision to Leave. Decision to Leave I was very hyped for Decision to Leave, and I was rather let down because I was such a big fan of. So after The Handmaiden, he had Little Drummer Girl, which is a TV series. A short film I haven't seen, then Decision to Leave, then The Sympathizer, then No Other Choice. And No Other Choice has been my favorite thing of his since The Handmaiden. Not as good as The Handmaiden.
Where you mean not No Other Choice, or
No, sorry. I mean, yes, No
What's
Other
the
Choice.
film we just watched?
No Other Choice.
Okay, yeah, sorry. For some reason I keep forgetting the title.
Yeah, strange.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I've also seen. Let's go through his filmography just quickly. I would really like you to see Thirst.
Okay.
I think it's very interesting. It's a vampire film that goes in very unexpected directions. Even though it loses me at the end, there's some very, very interesting stuff there and a lot to enjoy. There is a very interesting. He was the first, if not the first, one of the first big name directors that experimented shooting on a phone. He shot
There was a short way back.
Night Fishing.
One of the first iPhones, I think.
And it's very good. I really like Night Fishing. It's like
Really?
15,
I haven't
20
seen
minutes.
it.
It's a weird one. It starts with like a music video. His band, his brother is in a band. He just made a. It starts like a music video for the band, and then kind of through an interesting transition with like a flying hat. It gets whisked by the wind off the head of one of the.
And then it becomes
people.
a.
And then
film.
just gets into the first scene of the film.
Okay.
And it's very interesting. It's very grainy, very poor quality. It's like the first iPhone 4 or 5, something like that. It's very.
It was in the early days of people.
It was before
being
Tangerines.
Being excited by the potential of that whole thing. And now shooting a film on the iPhone is
Yeah,
kind
everybody's
of
doing
passé
it.
at this
Absolutely.
point. It's like,
Give me the 360 cameras. Give me the
oh yeah,
the Google Glasses stuff.
Yeah. That's gonna be the next hype, DIY hype.
Yeah. Never seen Joint Security Area, which
Yeah,
is
that's an
his
early
film
one.
before
And
Sympathy for Mr.
It
Vengeance.
doesn't. I mean, just in terms of the description, just in terms of plot, doesn't sound like his usual stuff. It seems a lot more grounded. It's about a murder mystery happening on the border between South and North Korea, right?
I have no idea. I
Yeah, that's
know
the joint.
nothing
That's
about
the
it.
joint security area. That's the area that's joint, like, and secured by both sides.
No, I know what it is, but I don't know what the plot of the film is.
Okay.
Anyway, I really recommend you see Knife Fishing. I think it's a very interesting early experiment in trying to make digital into its own aesthetic.
And this film does that as well, but not obviously not to that extreme. But I think this film embraces digitalness. I don't know. Just
Oh yeah, as its own thing.
as its own thing. Yeah, exactly. This doesn't try to replicate the feel of 35mm. I don't know. I was a little more excited as I was watching it. Now that the film is past, I don't think it's not gonna make my year-end list for sure. But I thought it was a fairly poignant film for today. But maybe, I will admit that it's obvious. I will admit that this film doesn't offer any sort of deep analysis or. I mean, we should probably talk about the character of his wife, because I think she, I guess this is going into spoilers, but I think she agrees and kind of enables him a little too quickly, I think. And would you say she's agreeable? Would you say she's like a passive kind of character in your mind? Because I feel like she could have been developed a lot further.
Yeah, I think she could have been developed. I think the actress was great. I think
She's great now. The actress is great.
a great job of what she was given. There were some interesting wrinkles in her character. There was some, I don't know if she was that agreeable. I mean, she was.
Well, the moment she finds out what he's doing, she doesn't really offer much resistance.
Yeah, because she's kind of in the same boat of trying to protect what they've built. And I feel like the point. So there's this character of their little daughter, who's kind of a bit of special needs. She plays the cello,
and we never hear her play throughout most of the film.
We hear about from her teacher that she's very talented, but
she's too good. She needs a better teacher. Is what she says.
But she doesn't show this to her parents until the very end of the film, when everything they seem to have won everything. And this is where the big doubts of the wife characters are. She finds out what he's doing, and I felt like the scene when she was for the first time hearing her daughter play, it felt like, okay, this is worth protecting, because we've been told by the film she music and investing in her education, which is something seems to be like a fixation for the Koreans. I mean, their children education to give them a
but I think the film presents the scene as a beautiful thing because that's from their perspective, but obviously you can look at it as a cynical thing because they need her to be amazing. They need her. It is an investment in a way.
It is an investment. Yeah. The way it's shot, it's the music is great. It's very trying to play to your emotions because you're going through the perspective of the parents, the mother in particular. I felt like the point of this scene is, okay, everything fucked up that my husband has done is worth it because we need to do this for a child. And then we see him alone with the AI paper mill. Yeah. And it feels like, to us as an audience, it reads as an empty victory that was not worth
people dying, obviously.
People dying, and it's just a temporary solution because he's gonna get automated as well. Yeah, and it's
about protecting your own and sort of.
And about I feel the psychology of the Korean middle class. Yeah, all of them are doing this. Yeah, all of them are in this horrible rat race.
Because as far as I know, Korea is one of the worst countries in terms of the way capitalism is developing there, right? Am I speaking out of line right now?
this is like to me, from what I've read, what I've tried to parse, it seems to be like just the Wild West of capitalism. It's dog eat dog. It's very competitive. It's very hard to get ahead. They have terrible poverty of like elderly people because their pensions are not enough, and they have to work very late into like very very late age in order to be able to keep any standard of living. And at the same time, there's this hyper rich people, and they all work for like the so-called chaebols, the several big companies like Samsung that control pretty much the economy of the whole country, and everybody is beholden to them. The politicians are beholden to them. There's a lot of scandals, even with like previous presidents. It seems that like several big companies pretty much control everything. Everybody's trying to get the best possible education, the best possible grades, in order to get a spot working for one of those companies in order to be very rich, and everybody's kind of...
So you kind of need to, if you're not already a sociopath, you need to learn to be one.
Because it's a sociopathic society. And this is, again, if we go back to like Parasite, this is, I mean, Bong Joon-ho and Park Chan-wook are not the only people who are talking about this. There's a lot of...
the only two Korean filmmakers.
No, I mean, there's a lot of other films and TV and K-dramas that touch on this subject. Of just how hard and how cutthroat life in Korea is. And if you go into like the entertainment industry with the K-pop idols, the talent mills, they get children who are very young and they invest in them from like, I don't know, 10 to 12 years old, and they teach them, but they kind of on credit. And they are very strict and very demanding of them. There's a lot of high suicide rates in Korea for middle schoolers, same as Japan, I think, just because of the pressure they're into. And then you can spend all your childhood trying to become like a big pop star, and only a small percentage of all of these people get to debut and be in a big group. And even when you're in a big group like Blackpink or whatever, then most of the money is not for you because you're paying the debt to the company for training you. So you're making a lot of money, but not for you. And there's only a few large talent companies that control everything. So it's monopoly over monopoly on monopoly. It's kind of a very oligarchic system, it seems. And it's because of like cultural reasons. They're a very strict form of Confucianism and Buddhism. It's just ingrained in the culture. And it's one of the reasons why like child actors in Korea are amazing. Like in pretty much every...
Because they get tortured into becoming amazing? Or?
Kinda.
Yeah.
But do you remember the little girl in like The Wailing?
Yeah, she was phenomenal.
She was phenomenal. Like,
but in a way where you feel bad for her. You hope she was fine, you know, you hope she didn't get traumatized.
I really don't know. But yeah, something, my cousin is a huge fan of K-dramas.
Right?
She watches a lot of...
She could be a consultant on an episode on Korean.
We should get her for, if we get like a guest, she would be a great
I think
great
she
candidate.
is the, I mean, she's the one.
If we can get a Korean.
If you can get a Korean,
she's the next best thing.
Yeah.
But she can give us a lot of...
and you've seen a lot of K-dramas with her, right?
Not a lot of, I've seen some K-dramas with her. And they're very interesting, like the way like K-dramas, the ones I've seen tend to be like structured is very interesting. It's something I've noticed. First of all, I really like that they very rarely have multiple seasons of a show. They have one show that goes for one season. It's a huge hit, and then maybe the same creative people and the same actors do something else, but it's something else. It's very rarely that they do like continuation like they do in American shows.
Right.
Which is something I really like.
Yeah.
And something I find very interesting structurally is that they tend to go on like the moment you have like an episode that will feel like the culmination, which will be like the final episode of a show in a Western show.
Yeah.
They go on for like 2 or 3 episodes after that. Like a coda. And it's a very strange feeling.
Yeah.
And it's interesting. They also, and this is something I feel like it's more recent. When we talk about Park Chan-wook being kind of maximalist, he's not the only one. Like recent K-dramas seem to be going like so over the top, like jumping the shark moments. Like me and Ro were watching The Frog, and it started out pretty interesting, and by the end we were just completely baffled.
In a bad way.
In a bad way.
Yeah.
It was just so overwrought, so completely. It was overstaying its welcome. It was putting twist on twists until they made little sense to the motivations of the character. And we were watching a show with my cousin recently. Oh, what was it called? It was.
By the way, Lily, she's also a listener of the podcast.
Yes,
so
hi Lily.
shout out.
Oh, what was that show? Emma. Yes. And it started out very interesting. It started off more westernish. It's kind of started off a bit boogie nightish, I would say, because it's based loosely as it progresses, it gets more looser and looser on the creation of the first Korean erotic film, South Korean erotic film, which is called Emma, from the 80s.
So this is based on a real thing, but
it's
then
based on a real film.
Does it go in?
And it shows like the old studio system in the 80s, the type of films they were making. You get a behind the scenes. You get
so far it sounds pretty good.
Yes, and it's only like 9 episodes or something, or maybe 10. And up to like the 6th or 7th episode, I was really digging it. And then the last 2 episodes completely
Jumped the shark. And
they
changed.
went so overboard. They went so. It's kind of hard to explain. I mean, the show was touching on like the exploitation of the people in the industry, especially the actresses, and they were getting invited to like parties for wealthy businessmen and politicians and made to do unsavory things, and this is kind of implied. And then like the last 2 episodes of the show are about exposing the government in like this kind of almost like I don't want to say Pizzagate, but like it's about almost like an Epstein levels of exposing the corruptions, and then it just gets the tone shift and the scope of the thing gets very
and I guess unrealistic as well. It stops being
very
historically accurate.
No. It gets when I say it jumps the sharks, it really jumps the sharks. It's,
well, now I'm curious.
they ride a horse through the middle of a street.
That sounds
and it's horrible
almost like
CGI.
Like an intentionally jarring for being jarring's sake kind of thing. Like
I wonder if it is. They feel like they need to up the ante every time with every series,
right?
And
so
it just gets so over the top.
It's almost an obligation to have as many twists as possible.
As an outsider, this is how I feel. This is my.
You don't feel like they're subverting, like they're doing a tonal shift.
No. I
Like
feel
at
like
the
they
ending
were
of,
running on empty and trying to.
Okay, so it's not like the ending of Dead or Alive, where you're seeing this drama. I mean, the Japanese film. You're watching a drama, and then at the end it turns into like an anime
Yeah, you're watching
fight sequence.
a realistic Yakuza film, and then it just the last few minutes it gets completely over the top.
I guess it is the last few minutes as opposed to 2 full episodes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not like an hour and a half or something, because like every episode is like 40 minutes, but it just gets progressively dumber and
It sounds like a
and
statement.
larger. I'm not sure it is, because it's not the only
I was like,
series that does that.
What was that? What was that film? Rat Think a Boo Boo? The film, the super cheap, trashy B movie that starts as a...
Like a Batman
No,
ripoff?
it doesn't start as that. It starts as a straight drama about gangsters, and then the director didn't know how to finish it and realized he didn't have it was Ray Dennis Steckler.
Yeah.
He realized that he didn't have a good film in his hand, so he decided to add a completely different ending where the lead character is going to a closet, and then they come out dressed as a parody of Batman and Robin. And then the final 20 minutes of the film are just a slapsticky kind of ridiculous thing, which, I mean, I'm sure it wasn't that jarring, what you're describing, the Korean series, but it sounds like that. Reminds me of something like that, where you would feel betrayed at the end, because it's clearly not taking the story as seriously as you are.
Yes, I felt very betrayed by Emma. It was very good. There were some very good scenes. There were some... You were seeing the scenes from the movie they were making, like the fake film. It was very funny. Just this cheesy overdub of all the actors. It's grainy. It's doing a lot of very intentional stuff and having a lot of fun with it. And then it completely drops this for the sake of this huge expose the evil government plot.
Mm-hmm.
The motivations completely change.
Sounds
just-
intentional.
I don't think it was intentional.
Mm.
I mean, it felt like they were just running on empty.
Well-
and weren't sure how to up the ante to have a very like impressive.
I would say I'd watch it and
finale.
get back to you, but that would be a lie. So I'll take your word for it. And
Watch it with age. You might enjoy it.
You
It
think
is
so?
enjoyable. It is very watchable.
I should definitely watch some K series for sure. Maybe something that's more good than what you just described.
It's good for most of it.
So you're saying you can stop at when you get to the final two
no,
episodes?
you have to because it's baffling. it is fascinating. You tell me if you think it's intentional creative decision.
So what was the name of the series? Emma.
Emma.
Okay.
Emma.
Emma.
Yes.
All right.
Is
Did you know
the-
Takashi Miike directed the Korean series
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
recently?
Interesting.
Anyway, is there anything more to say about decision? No other choice.
Both of us keep making this. It's very
Yeah, I
strange.
don't know what it is about the title.
I don't know. It's based on a book. It's
Yeah,
from
well,
what I
it's worth
understand.
saying that this book was adapted before by what's his face, Greek director. Shit, hold on. Costa-Gavras.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure the book
It's pretty
has
old.
has a Greek. Not know if it's Greek or French, but it's Costa-Gavras. From what I know, it's not like an amazing film, but this book has been adapted before. I would be curious to see what the tone of it is. If it's this humorous, either the book or the original film, or if it's more straight.
Knowing
feel free to cut all this if it's not Costa-Gavras, but I'm pretty sure it's Costa-Gavras.
Yeah, Nora can
No,
plug in
you can
the
check.
right name.
Spare Noura the work. Just go to no other exit, no other way,
Choice.
no other choice.
What is wrong with you today?
Is there a movie called No Other Exit?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, no other choice. Click on writing credits, go to the original writer of the book, and then find the Costa-Gavras film.
Based on the American novel The Axe by Donald Westlake.
Okay, now click on the axe and then look at adaptations.
Yeah, they went right. Yes, Costa-Gavras.
Oh.
And the movie was called The Axe and was made
Oh,
in 2005.
that's why at the beginning there's all the talk about how in America
They call it
when
an
you-
axe.
they call it
Oh,
axing.
That's cute.
Okay.
That's cute. Black comedy, drama
it's
thriller
comedic,
by
okay.
Costa-Gavras. Yes.
Haven't seen any of. I'm completely virgin on Costa-Gavras.
You haven't seen Zit?
Wait. Network, was that him? No, was that Paco?
No. Network was Sydney Lumet, maybe?
No, it's not Sydney Lumet. No, it is Sydney Lumet. What am I saying?
Of course it's Sydney
I'm
Lumet.
thinking of Alan J. Paco for some reason.
No, it's not.
Okay, I haven't seen Z, no.
Z is amazing.
Or Z.
Yes. I remember seeing Z or Z being very, very impressed. I've seen, I've never actually finished the one with Jack Lemmon. I really want to get back to that one. The Missing? What was it called?
Oh, the one about his kid?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I've seen Mad City, which is not very good. From what I remember, Donald, who was it? John Travolta and Dustin Hoffman.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what was the... Just give me 1 second to try and remember the name of the Jack Lemmon one. Missing, yeah, it's called Missing.
Okay.
So, yeah, I've seen one film that was amazing. Later film in the 90s, which is not very good. And nothing in between and nothing after. And this, The Axe, is from 2005, so it's one
So
of...
it's late.
It's his later films, yeah. I have no idea if it's good. It would be interesting to check it out for sure, after seeing this
Is
one.
it the one he shot in Romania? Can you somehow check that?
Let's see if there's any production information. Language French. Makes sense for him. No idea.
Does it say production?
No. Nothing Wikipedia about that.
Okay, well, never mind.
Why are you asking? Is
Because
there
Radu Jude was assistant director
Ooh.
on one of his films that he shot in Romania. So I was curious if it was that one.
I don't see any names that sound particularly Greek. So
No,
I will-
it's a French film. So
Yeah. I mean, particularly Romanian.
Oh, okay,
If
okay,
there's
okay.
any like extras or something, supporting characters.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I
so
should check it out.
no other choice. It's a mild recommendation from me if you can take it. If you can take the style. Because I agree that it can be exhausting.
It's nothing so new or strange for him. Like one of our friends said, he was like taking the piss, kind of trolling the audience. I don't feel he was.
This fits
this
with
is
everything else I've seen from
absolutely.
him.
It's like a kind of logical evolution of his style. Kind of.
For me, yeah, absolutely.
So it's not earth-shattering.
It's not deep. I agree.
It's very blunt. But I mean, Parasite is blunt, and Parasite is a great film.
I think I would say that Parasite has more that you can analyze. I think Parasite,
there are more layers to Parasite.
There's a reason why Parasite got as big as it got.
Yeah.
It's definitely the better film.
But it's not subtle, is what I mean.
It's not subtle.
And neither is this.
But it gives you more to think about, more to chew on. This film does not, I think. This film delivers its points clearly, and then you can nod along to it and agree, and then not. I don't think it's gonna stay in my head much, you know.
But I did enjoy it when I was watching.
Yeah.
I laughed, and there were some visual tricks that I appreciated,
and others that were a bit too much.
What was too much for you? Can you give me an example of something that was too much?
I think there was one in particular, but I'm struggling to. Well, there's one particular decision that I felt was too much, not in terms of content, but in terms of like, it was something that didn't make sense for me. I guess this is the ending of the podcast, so we can spoil this, and then
sure.
you can click off if you don't want to hear this. But when he goes to kill the third person, he does it in a way that's a little too elaborate.
Yeah, I didn't get why he was doing it.
He buries the person up to their neck so that the person can sit still, basically, so that he can pour a lot of alcohol and raw meat into the person's mouth so that they can puke and it can look like they choked on their own vomit. I don't see how and why the burial step was necessary, other than to mirror some other imagery that is getting intercut at the same time.
Yes, so that was kind of indulgent.
I think that was the one thing that was like, I was like, okay, this is not necessary, and it's needlessly complicated for a guy who wants to get away with murder, because there's no way he could
get all that dirt of the body. I mean,
it pushes suspension of disbelief.
He wrapped him in nylons.
He did, yes, he did wrap him in nylon.
But it's very elaborate, yeah.
It's unnecessary. You can just pin him down with something. It's only there for the imagery, and I felt like indulgent, yes, also I think lazy. So that was the one that I didn't enjoy.
I feel like the point of this was the cruelty of it. It's not funny anymore. He's not like the previous one. There was kind of accidental, kind of clumsy.
I agree,
and
but
this is now just psychopathic.
The character is a sociopath, and he's capable of murdering. Doesn't mean at no point was I led to believe that he is cruel, like in an indulgent way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he was getting anything out of it.
No.
So that was there only for the sake of the imagery.
Yeah.
So that's the one thing that now that I think about it, it does bother me. Because when it was happening, I thought, oh, okay, is he just going to bury him alive? Which is bad enough. But then no, he buries him, shoves meat down their throat, and then digs them out, I guess, and then goes through the effort of cleaning all that dirt away. So it's not only is it gratuitous, it's also stupid for the character to go through all that work. It just doesn't work as a way of neatly getting rid of someone.
Yeah. Well, you have the repetition of the digging.
Yeah, but that's just there for the rhythm of it and for the visual.
Yeah.
So that was indulgent.
No, the whole film is indulgent. I just
the
didn't
film
mind
sucks. All right. What I'm saying is the film sucks, and I hate it now.
No, I don't think the film sucks. I wouldn't say I hate it. Had a lot of fun. I felt like the logical progression of his style. It's a minor film. When all is said and done.
It's a minor film, but it also doesn't look cheap.
No.
And I do wonder how good the working conditions are in Korea for film workers.
Not great. I assume. I don't know. I really don't know. I know that I know more about Japan, and I know that people in Japan get paid pittance.
And Bollywood as well, I think.
Yeah, unless you're very, very big.
Where
And
are we? Hold on. I think we can squeeze through here.
I think so.
But yeah,
But you cannot, I guess you cannot argue with results. Like visually and like pretty much on any level.
can you just quickly check who shot it? And if it's the same guy who shot Oldboy and the upcoming The Running Man?
I don't think so. I feel like he hasn't worked with him in a while.
It's possible.
Just give me one moment. This Korean cinematographer who has worked a lot with Edgar Wright.
Not a lot, just 2 movies.
Just 2? I mean, I know, didn't he do something before Last Night in Soho?
No, that was definitely Bill Pope on Baby Driver.
Yes, I don't know about The World's End.
World's End was Bill Pope as well.
Okay, so give me one moment, please. Kim Woo-hyun.
Shout out to him.
King
The
of
film
Kings.
looks good.
Life is but a Dream. Little Drum. He did Little Drummer Girl again with.
And the Handmaiden maybe, or no?
Oh, let me
Anyway,
check. No, it wasn't Handmaiden.
shout out. The film looks good. I got nothing else to say.
I think it's worth seeing. Like it's a minor Park Chan-wook. It's not the Handmaiden. It's not the Oldboy. I think it's fun. It's very indulgent. It's overlong, but there's interesting imagery, good acting, great soundtrack. I love the music.
I like
the
it as
needle
well.
drops.
I like
the
classical music, I think, mostly.
the
Right?
classical music was great. But no, also the Korean songs.
Ah, yeah.
The- Kind of their equivalent of like estrada music.
Uh-huh.
I guess I don't know.
Yeah,
what-
they did remind me of Bulgarian estrada music. Yeah.
Yes, and this is a type of genre that's also very popular in Japan and in Thailand and China as well. These types of dramatic ballads.
Uh-huh.
And there were some great songs. I mean, the song when they were the scene with
Yeah, don't
his
spoil.
son
Don't.
running with the
Oh.
bicycles. when
Yeah,
the
that
police
was
were
beautiful.
there.
That was
That was a
beautiful.
great song.
Yeah,
That was a very good needle drop.
I agree.
And I haven't seen a good needle drop in a film in a while. I felt like this was up there. So all of these musical choices I really enjoyed. Felt the acting by everybody was pretty good. Again, you can criticize I feel like we never got around to like discussing the character of the mother. I need to
You
think
mean
about it
the
more.
wife?
The wife, yeah.
We did.
Yeah, but did we like get
I-
to any point? You feel she was not
I feel like
developed
she's
enough?
not developed enough. Yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough.
I do think my feeling is that she was a little too supportive, a little too quickly. That's
Well,
my
that was
feeling.
closer to the end of the film when she gets suspicious.
Yeah, but
enough
she
she
goes
thinks-
from getting suspicious to knowing to accepting
Yeah,
instantly.
because she's in the same
In the
my
same
feeling
boat
is
as him,
she's in the
yes.
same boat. She's trying to protect what they did.
I don't know. I just felt she
And
was
she-
a little too.
She felt conflicted. She felt like confused, and she was at the end not very sympathetic because she chose
Uh-huh.
the
Yeah,
comfortable life.
sure.
So the reason I don't feel like she was underdeveloped is because you have the jealousy, you have the fighting, you have making him jealous, trying
but
to.
That was just fodder, I think.
It's tension between them.
Yeah, but
She's
just-
not there. She's not just a she's not just a trophy wife. She's not just.
She's not. No, I don't know.
you know,
man. I
she's-
just feel like
she's not just decoration.
maybe I'm missing one scene or something. I don't know. It just felt too quick. Like she was too quick to say. I guess something rubbed me wrong when she says, "If you've done something terrible, I'll be by your side." That bothered me. I think it felt a little subservient. I don't know.
Well, the whole film, she was trying to cheer him on,
Yeah.
and you see that she was not actually feeling it. She was trying to
yeah.
perform the role of the supportive wife, what is expected from her in Korean society, I guess. But you also see her being frustrated with this role and not being happy about it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
But I'm not saying it's perfect.
No,
Certainly,
it's
a
definitely
female
not.
perspective
It's definitely not perfect.
would be appreciated, but we don't have one. We just the two dudes trying to analyze
Two
stuff.
white dudes. Don't forget.
Two
that.
white dudes, yeah. So we don't have like deep insight into Korean society. We don't have deep insight about the role of women in Korean society. I think the actress did a great job, and I felt like the point was that she was also compromised and willing to live with the horrible things her husband has done in order for them to maintain a comfortable life.
Okay. All right. I think we can wrap it up.
Yeah, it's a recommendation for me. It's not amazing, but it's a
soft
solid
recommendation from me.
Yeah.
I think if you are already a fan of his, check it out. Although, I don't know, maybe you won't like it. And until next time, bye-bye.
Bye! Писаха ми, че са в Габа.
Cinema Strolls is an independent podcast brought to you by Hot Potato Studio.
Hosted by me, Roman Pesarov.
And me, Angel Radev.
Production, graphic design, and editing by me, Noura Al-Kadri. Music by Angel Radev.
You can find us everywhere at Cinema Strolls. Follow us on Instagram and support us on Patreon and Ko-fi.
Listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube.
Make sure to rate us, it really helps our show.